real. Real events filmed as they happen. Never before have television cameras been so close to the work of Britain's emergency services. Tonight, crime being tackled at its roots in Birmingham by a tough, highly mobile police team, the Operational Support Unit, the OSU. We're with the OSU team codenamed Uniform Bravo. Sergeant Chris Fellows heads a team of 8 streetwise constables as they deal with drug offences, shoplifting and car crime.
Okay, ladies and gents, let's go and do it.
We've obscured some faces to protect operational security and for legal reasons. It's 7 a.m. and Uniform Bravo's about to launch a drugs raid.
Who's going where, Sarge? When we get through the flat, Sage, just as we go in, just go straight to the back of the flat. Just basically as we get in, just peel off into the rooms as we go along it. Hopefully with the door opener being used, they should be just about opening their eyes by the time we get in there. Who's doing the door?
Marky and I think Lee wants to have a go, so...
I'm just looking at the door, Mark. I don't think there's much to it.
Officers never know exactly what to expect. They're highly trained to deal with any eventuality. And there's strength in numbers. 9 on the team means they can deal effectively with any trouble. At the flats, Chris and his team target a mother and her 2 adult sons. All 3 are known to police. They're suspected of using and dealing in drugs.
Stay where you are, it's a policeman, alright? Okay, I'm in with your H. Column, it's a drugs raid, mate. Just stay where you are.
Listen, young man, we've a warrant to search this premises under the Misuse of Drugs Act.
Hello, mate, what's your name? Sorry? Anne.
Are you the lady of the house? Yeah. Yeah, listen to my sergeant.
Listen to me, please. I have a... Hey, listen, just calm down a minute. Just as I've got to say. I have a warrant to search this premises under the Misuse of Drugs Act.
Yeah.
So what I'll ask you to do, please, is to get yourself decent.
Pushing me around so much.
Nobody's giving you a hard time.
You're all giving me a hard time.
I've never seen you before. Alright, just relax and sit down, alright? Otherwise, you're going to get yourself locked up and there's no need for it, is there? You know we're going to be searching in here. Is there anything in there that we need to know about?
If there is, if you can find it.
There is if we can find it.
I've lost pieces all over the house.
You going to stick them all in here, Sarge?
There's about 18 grams, maybe.
Right, where about?
Black.
Where is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh, right.
I've hid it. It's going down my brain at night.
Right.
Richard? You want to see your mum's alright?
We're going to have to do a proper search anyway. So you think there's 18 grams, but you don't know where?
There is, in a bottle, and I don't know where it is.
Is it in a bottle?
It is in a bottle.
Whose is that then?
It's mine.
For months, it seems, Anne has been hiding a bottle containing some cannabis resin, known as black.
So there's 18 grams of black somewhere in the bottle.
I've looked for this for 3 months.
Oh, have you?
Now, so...
Oh, right.
We might find it for
Well, we might find it, that'd be nice.
Hopefully.
Once they're settled down, can you and I do a bedroom? Can you take her with you? I mean, whatever you find, then you can show us straight away.
The 9 Bravo officers start searching the flat. Neil and Helen check Anne's bedroom.
Now, if anything comes to mind while we're here, that you remember where you've put it, do show us.
It's remnants of cannabis or whatever on there, but...
In another bedroom, Lee finds evidence of drug use.
How big's this bottle then, Anne?
It's a little container. God knows, I don't know what kids use it for. It's for
Apart from
swimming or something like that.
keep your change on in the beach,
Yeah.
that type of thing,
Yeah.
around your neck.
The search for the hidden bottle is going on all over the flat. It's well known to police that Anne's an habitual drug user.
That's what we're looking for. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, keep on looking for.
What are we looking for? What's in here then? Right?
Yeah, about 18 grams.
My word.
After 3 months.
After 3 months you couldn't find it in there? What is it then?
Black.
Which is cannabis resin, yeah. You know it's a controlled drug, don't you? We do, don't we? We do know, that's why we're here.
Now the cannabis has been found, the search continues in case there are more drugs hidden.
Looked like there was a Greek party here last night.
The 9 blocks of cannabis resin where it's found in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Replied, it's mine, I smoke it, it's mine. And when you're asked what it was, you replied, it's cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, can you sign under there?
I got to have any breakfast.
The bonus, you might get a front door out of the council, mightn't you? So that every cloud has a silver lining.
The bread knife and the rapper cling film were recovered from underneath the carpet, which is the type of thing that would indicate dealing of some description.
As the search uncovers further evidence, Anne cooperates more fully.
There's a bit of speed in my pocket there.
Is it really?
It's only a little bag I bought out of my pocket.
What, in your coat pocket in the...
Pocket behind you.
Lee, just repeat to me, Mum, what you've just said.
In that pocket there, there's a little bag with a bit of speed in it.
In this one here?
Yeah.
That one there?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
Thanks for that. Who does it belong to? That's speed. It's actually a Class B drug, and you're under arrest for that as well, okay. You don't have to say anything, but may I, in your defence, do not mention, when questioned, something be later relied in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. You understand that?
1 hour into the raid and more incriminating items are found.
Found on top of the fireplace a set of scales.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, that's a bit of cannabis.
Mum, reply, it's got to be mine. Was it by the chair?
Take the advantage of the light there. Is there resin on the edge of that?
Yeah, it looks like it, mate.
Found
Under the carpet in this bedroom.
under carpet. What do you know about those, Anne?
Tell you the truth, nothing.
Mum, found in vase, in bookcase, in lounge, 4.5 tablets. Yeah, they're mine, I'll get them on prescription.
On the floor, underneath the fireplace. Metal knife with resinous substance on the blade. Who was doing the kitchen search? I was. Any milk in the fridge?
Despite Anne's amusement, there is now plenty of evidence to bring serious charges against her.
These are the articles we've seized. Quantity of cannabis, quantity of speed, amphetamine, scales, cannabis pipe, unknown tablets. You've seen me. All right, lads.
Anne's 2 sons prove to be completely unconnected to the drug offences, but Anne herself has been charged and faces trial in the Crown Court. This part of Birmingham has a major problem with shoplifters. Store owners and local residents are so concerned about the high level of thefts that Uniform Bravo is mounting a 48-hour stakeout of the shopping area. Lee, who's planned the operation, is with Mark monitoring the screens in the closed-circuit television control room of a shopping centre. Outside, plainclothes officers are on the street, along with teams in secret observation points, all on the lookout for likely suspects.
Can we stop check this vehicle, please? And I'll give you an update as to what's been going on.
Acting as backup, the rest of Uniform Bravo wait out of sight in a nearby street. At headquarters, an intelligence officer coordinates the large team involved in the operation.
Control standing by.
It's a waiting game. These complex operations can end up without anyone being caught in the act, but today they're in luck. The closed-circuit cameras observe a couple with a shopping bag approaching a supermarket. The woman's bag is already slightly filled. The couple split up as they enter the store. A few minutes later, unseen by the camera but watched by a store detective, the man holds the bag open while his female accomplice fills it with goods from the shelves. When it's clear that they don't intend to pay, the couple are stopped outside by a store detective. The man drops the bag and makes a run for it. A store guard gives chase. Seeing all this on the screens, Lee and Mark race to help.
OP1, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Officer needs assistance. He's back up at the back of the Traveller's pub on Bristol Road. Any officer, back up for the back of the Traveller's pub, over. Do you want to control?
Control, go ahead.
Some people have been stopped by the security.
Just before the pub on the left.
They've been stopped by security.
They need some a bit of a backup at the back of the Traveller's Pub, please.
One away, please, one away.
Any unit responding, please?
This will do.
Thank you, officer.
We're stuck here. Get out, Al. Get out. Go back again.
Right. What's that?
The Sainsbury's staff have caught the man. They hand him over to the police, who formally arrest him.
Help. You missed it.
Bravo wants to control. Cancel anybody else. One in custody.
Yeah, okay, well, looks like we've got one.
You're under arrest.
On suspicion of shoplifting, alright?
Anybody else in trouble?
Please do not mention my question. Some of this later on in court. Do you understand?
Bravo Romeo Control.
Go ahead.
Yeah, cancel anybody else. One in custody. There is none outstanding, over.
Do you understand why you're under arrest?
Yes, I do. No, I'm not doing nothing.
Hands on there. What's he done?
Well, it looks like shoplifting.
Where from? Who shot?
Sainsbury's.
Uniform Bravo. We don't need any more units in there, we'll see.
Mark goes to find out what's happened to the man's female accomplice.
What's he in custody for, Lee?
Suspicion of theft.
Hey, Bravo Romeo Control.
Bravo Romeo, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a job with security at Sainsbury's, so it's a little bit confused at this time. We have one in on suspicion of theft, and the lads are just trying to sort out exactly what's going on and take it from there, over.
About 10 minutes ago, I saw this lady in the health and beauty aisle where she selected a large amount of beauty items and placed them in a store-wide basket. She then moved around the store and met a white male. They moved behind one of the pillars in another aisle and transferred all the health and beauty items into their own carrier bag. They later left the store without offering payment for these goods.
Right. You've heard what's been said by the store detective. I must tell you, under suspicion of theft from stalls.
Well, I can gather this guy's missus has been shoplifting. He's helped to carry the bag out. He's done a runner. She was left in there, being detained by somebody.
Further down the street, undercover officers spot two youngsters who were seen running at the same time as the shoplifters were being chased.
From OP1, we've got two IC1 males wearing a dark green paddy jacket and a dark red paddy jacket. Could be in connection with the one who's been arrested. Received?
Just keep your eyes peeled to move.
Hang on, they're turning now.
Alpha City by Argos.
Out of City by Argos.
Which side, Argos? I'm right outside, isn't it?
On the right there. On the right, yeah. Yeah, just approaching Argos. Green paddy jacket.
Stop, stop.
No, these two. Paddy jacket.
Where's the dog?
As the female shoplifter is being taken to the police station, Uniform Bravo go into the market the two young suspects were seen entering just moments earlier.
Green padded and red padded. Could you go down a second, son? I want to chat with you outside. The lad. Now listen to me. But there's been a report of a shoplifting offence back in the centre, okay? We have reason to believe from the descriptions given that you were one of those persons involved in that shoplifting.
My only defence, we're not being three questions.
Something which you later rely on in court.
Do you understand? Yeah.
Okay. That one there, son.
The police suspect the two boys may be linked with the arrested shoplifters. Questioning later proved they had no connection. The shoplifting pair admitted their guilt. In all, the two-day police operation resulted in 9 arrests. It also led to the closure of a local pub where there was a thriving trade in stolen goods. It's 3 a.m. and Uniform Bravo are patrolling Birmingham's nightclub area. The driver picks up a radio message about a high-speed police pursuit of a stolen car.
Hotel 695, Hotel Oscar Whiskey. Location, please, over.
Uniform Bravo are close enough to help, so it's time to gather up the team.
We're chase coming right towards us, Bristol Road.
So thank you, Bristol Road into City by the Varsity.
I'll have a block at the island, so I'm thinking, making bail.
Tango 90, thank you.
Hop in.
Foxtrot Tango 15, thank you.
Chase coming towards here. There's a chase coming towards us. We're going to try and block the road. Can you roll everything? You just quickly and do it. Go on, mate.
Pick up the boys. Pick up the boys.
The van still has to pick up the rest of the team.
No, there's a chase coming, mate. We're doing that one.
Quick. There's a chase coming right towards us.
Through the red lights, Priory Road.
A continuous radio commentary from the police car leading the pursuit enables the Bravo team to work out where the stolen car is probably heading.
It might be on Hagley Road.
School, speed though. Yes, speed 60 miles per hour. Traffic conditions still light. Still safe to continue. See, thank you. Carry on. Yes, traffic over now. Left on the sorry, we're going round the island, stop by, not first, not second. Stay, third exit towards Wellington Road.
Yeah, third exit, Wellington Road. It comes down onto here again, just the other side of the lights.
Yes, it does. So with that Aston man we looked at.
Wellington Road, heading back towards Bristol Road.
The Bristol Road here.
Stand on here, Jules. It's going to come down here, my son.
Still safe to continue, road conditions good.
All right here, George. Go back over McDonald's.
Using local knowledge, the Bravos head for a spot where they should be able to cut off the rogue driver and detain him if he tries to make a run for it.
0 mile an hour, Wellington Road. Can you confirm VRM, please?
Left there.
No trace of it.
Left there.
Have you got us on the log side? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much chance to get in here at the moment.
Bristol Road. Advantage on Bristol Road towards City by McDonald's. Thank you, joining Bristol Road towards City by McDonald's. Yeah, through the mobile. Frank is doing a left.
Can we take Taurus?
On the floor!
The mobile, Juliet 695 Hotel and Delta Whiskey is also no trace. Zoom.
Uniform Bravo cutting in.
Uniform Bravo, go.
Yeah, one in custody, over.
Yeah, one in custody, thank you. Any injuries with the RTA, over?
The Bravos' first priority was to stop the driver endangering any more lives. They smashed the car window to grab the ignition key, knowing that some drivers will do almost anything to avoid arrest.
Welcome, you just met Uniform Bravo.
Boys. All right, thank you.
Good job, lads, well done.
I think you frightened him there, mate.
I think I did.
Lean forward over the curb.
Somebody got a torch.
Unbelievable timing now.
The driver was convicted of stealing the vehicle and driving without insurance. Like major cities, Birmingham has a serious drug problem. Last year alone, 3,500 arrests by West Midlands police were drug-related. It's a relentless battle. The OSU are in the front line, raiding targeted premises where information suggests that drug dealing is rife. This previously shot police video confirms suspicions that a secluded alleyway in the suburbs is being used to sell drugs and offensive weapons. Local residents are alarmed by this illegal trade. Police believe 2 of the houses overlooking the alley may be involved. With a dealer's lookout stationed on top of the viaduct, it seems that business is brisk, with one man especially active. The OSU plan a raid with this man as one of the main targets. It calls for precision planning and split-second timing. At the slightest hint of a police presence, the pack always scatters. It's a tricky area to raid because the alley has so many escape routes. Mark has planned every last detail of the complex raid involving many officers. Chris the Sergeant opens the briefing.
The operation basically centres around 2 residential premises, numbers 5 and 7. Evidence does show that dealing in cannabis bush, resin and amphetamines is taking place outside the premises as well as within. So the intention today will be to execute 2 search warrants that we've got under the Misuse of Drugs Act.
Once we receive the call from the DOS officers, we're about 7 or 8 minutes away drive, and we will go to holding area A. Oscar 2 will move to the other end of the tunnel. The DOTS officers will then call us in onto plot. Oscar 1, the van carrying the uniform officers, will stop. When the call is made to go, we're talking about 25 yards. The distance for Oscar 2 to go through the tunnel is 30-35 yards. Oscar 1 and Oscar 2 should come immediately towards this area here. The plan is that they should meet somewhere in the middle.
It's taken 3 weeks to plan the raid, but it won't go ahead until Mark's certain that conditions at the scene are as favourable as possible. It turns out to be a long, tense wait. Undercover officers already in position feed back the latest intelligence. It's believed the suspects are now at the 2 target addresses, but they could still get away. They could be using radio scanners to intercept police communications, or the undercover officers may have been spotted. After 2 hours, the raid's finally on. 2 anonymous vans ferry the officers to the alleyway. The first carries Mark and uniformed OSU members. The second has Sergeant Chris with Helen and Neil on board. They're in plain clothes as they'll be the first on the scene and have to wait around in public view.
We'll be going out, back on ourselves, and into the viaduct itself.
The two vans now separate to take up their positions. Marks draws up at the holding area a few streets away from the alley.
I think this is just the holding area.
Yeah, officer holding point.
We've got about 5 minutes yet.
Plainclothes officers set off on foot to watch the alley. A signal from them will start the raid. Chris's unit is still en route.
Driver Oscar 1, can you move to plot? Move to plot, please.
Mark's team set off for the front of the alleyway. Chris and his team quietly pull up at the back end of the alley to take up their positions. Just seconds before the raid is launched, it's now safe for Mark's van to draw up close to the alley.
Stay on this side.
Stealth is vital to keep the element of surprise.
It's all clear up there. It's all clear.
The raid is imminent, but suddenly there's activity in the alley. A man is coming out of number 7, one of the target addresses. The police must maintain absolute silence in case the man's suspicions are aroused. At last, the raid is on. The officers seal off both addresses and start looking for drugs.
That one's right. Okay. Okay, got it. Check that. Is there anything inside it?
Yeah, people do.
Okay.
Oscar 1 OP1.
No, Oscar 1.
What was the description of the one that left prior to our arrival? Over.
I'm going to do is quickly search, you're alright.
20 years, 5, 10, stocky build.
Pick up the lad in the black.
Two officers, Dave and Al, are sent to retrieve the man seen earlier leaving number 7.
How many people inside?
5 in total, including kids, all women. At the moment, no sign of drugs.
Keep them contained. If they've got anything on them, and if we find anything, we can reassess the situation.
Uniform Bravo's Helen goes into number 5.
Is the kitchen free, yeah?
If you want to start searching the rear garden.
Helen starts searching one of the occupants.
Have you been searched before? Yeah? Basically, empty your pockets on there for me. You got anything in them at all?
The man from number 7 is brought back for questioning.
Yeah, have you got any on you at all? Any drugs?
No.
Do you use drugs?
No.
Does anyone in the house use drugs?
The lads are smoking.
The lad. Is there any in the house at the moment, do you know?
Well, I hope not, put it that way.
So,
I've been out all day.
yeah. Where are the lads now?
In Nick.
As both houses are being thoroughly searched, an occupant of number 7 returns home.
Hello there.
You've got
Do
a
you live
warrant
here?
to come in
Yes,
my
we
house.
have got a warrant to come in your house. If you speak to this inspector here, he'll explain it all to you.
Can we go inside? I'll explain exactly what's happening. Take a seat, perhaps in the kitchen.
What the hell's going on?
Come into the kitchen and I'll explain everything to you.
All right. Yes, there's a lot of fucking house. They think we got heroin, Mum. What, heroin? I don't even fucking believe in that bleeding stuff.
No drugs were found in either house. Mark, the officer in charge, thinks that somehow the suspects were tipped off about the police raid. For every officer involved, the disappointment is plain.
Just not the result. There was really good.
With 20 years in the job, Sergeant Chris has seen it all before. He knows that sadly the best planned raid in the world doesn't guarantee a good result. But police did catch some of the targets later. This one received a 2-year prison sentence for burglary. Another's been charged with possessing and supplying heroin.